Hey friends, Ernie here from the Trader of Futures. And I'm here to read you the Riot Act. But first, let's do a little bit of volumetric analysis and take a look at Bitcoin right here. All right, so we can see that we're on a death spiral. Well, maybe not a death spiral, more like a falling dagger. Where it's going to fall and land, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But we can see here on a 4-hour chart, on the volume profile, there's really nothing there for support. Not for a long ways, because we have to go way back. We have to go back to the daily chart. Let's go back to the daily chart, Ernie. Okay, we're going to go back to the daily chart. We can see that there is a blue line here, and we did touch that. That blue line indicates a volume well, where the market, investors, traders really don't find a lot of value. And so volume wells have a tendency to reject price. And so that's exactly what's happened here. Now, on the flip side, a volume well can also look, the market can look at that as something it doesn't want to touch, like running over hot coals in bare feet. And so it could just slip right through it. And so that's the danger that Bitcoin's in. And the next place for it to stop is this high value node sitting at about 5,800, 56, 57, 5,700. And that's actually the target that I have had on most of my videos in the past. And as you know, my channel was deleted by some nefarious being who stole my identity. I am still pursuing all courses of action with AT&T, who are responsible for allowing my identity to be stolen. And sooner or later, I'm going to get retribution, one way or another. In the meantime, I'm spending all my time coming back, rebuilding my business, and going volume profile to the wall. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be writing a book on volume profile. And in the process of writing that book, I'm going to essentially create a volume profile community. And you can go down below and click on my website to learn more about that, where you can become an executive producer of my book. And there's lots of benefits with that. So anyways, getting back to this. If Bitcoin does happen to fall through the place where it found support today, it will, more than likely, and I believe it is heading towards that 5,700 mark. Now, should we get to that 5,700 mark and nothing fundamentally changes, what I mean by fundamentally is that if there is no surprise announcement by the SEC, for instance, and really that's the only thing right now that matters is regulators, if there is no fundamental change in the SEC stance, if Chairman Clayton just all of a sudden has an epiphany and says, oh, I love Bitcoin, I love cryptocurrencies, yes, please, ICOs to the wall. If that doesn't happen, then I see us skating right down to this next level, which is at about 4,900. Now notice, there is a lot of room here, big volume well, huge. This is like black ice. Black ice. We're going to skip, either bounce off that, I believe, or just skip right through it down to the next level, which is at 4,200. So for me, that is, after we've hit that 5,700, 4,200 is the next level to reach. And I don't see any real problem with getting down there, to tell you the truth. Now, I believe that we'll hang out there for a while and possibly develop a nice balance. A balance is where we churn back and forth, do some auctioning, and then finally maybe rise up a little bit, on false hopes, go down a little bit, get scared, Toad dips into the lava, and you say, oops, and then it pops up a little bit. And we'll probably do that until we get into July time frame, when the G20 and the FATF are supposed to be releasing their stance on regulation around crypto. Now, I can pretty much guarantee you that that's not going to go so well. Now, getting on to that news that I was alluding to earlier. So, just to reiterate about the SEC stance, and also to go back to Clayton, just just a few days ago, he said that the agency won't change security laws to cater to cryptocurrencies. The head of the Securities and Exchange Commission chairman made it clear Wednesday that the agency won't be bending the rules for cryptocurrency when it comes to defining what is or what is not a security. In other words, he thinks that anything that's an ICO is a security, period. There's no distinction between utility and token, blah, 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 blah. And I think that that's starting to settle into the cryptoverse. They're starting to feel it. They're starting to feel the heat, to feel the pain. And that big weight, that anvil that is attached to their behind, dragging them down into the pits of hell. Well, anyways, there are some stories out there, glimmers of hope. Now, there's this mystery startup, and they tell the SEC it's raising $180 million in an ICO. Now, this startup is from Estonia. Now, interestingly, Estonia has been one of those countries that's been trying to be, relevant in cryptocurrency, because they're a tiny country. They want to be able to attract lots of money, and they're going to say, hey, come here, be your ICO here, be Estonia. However, the EU is not looking very favorably upon that and putting pressure, and so it looks like whatever this country is, or whatever this company is that filed the ICO with the SEC, I don't think it's going anywhere. People have tried to contact them. They're unattainable. I think it's, again, another glimmer of hope for the cryptoverse, something that they can just grab onto so that they don't have to just, all those crocodile tears. I feel so bad for them. So, so that's pretty much it. No hope. Hope is not a strategy, by the way. And if you are choosing it as a strategy in the cryptoverse, sorry to say, you're going to go down with the hope. That's all I've got for today. Again, if you want to become an executive producer of my cryptocurrency, I'm sorry. I got cryptocurrency on the mind, of my volume profile book, where we're going to examine volumetric analysis and all that entails. Everything that I've been talking about for, well, literally years, and help me produce this volumetric or volume profile book. Go to the link below. We'll see you next video.